But what I know is I'm feeling just fine.
My life is like a red carpet, and I'm feeling like the richest millionaire. This is my local mayor, and I'm the biggest star around here.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, man, from the Wu-Tang series, right? American Saga, right? Raekwon and Ghostface. You know, that. Look at all these crab niggas laid back. You know what I'm saying? You don't know nothing about that. You know, we fish. All that, all that. But there was a scene where they were making the Criminology album, right? Purple Tape, you know. And they were making it like a, you know, gangster kind of thing on the show. And what happened was there was a scene where Ghostface was like, he was about to go off and, you know, just shoot up the place. And Raekwon was like, man, he said, they need to know we, you know, Ghost was kind of like, yo, they need to know that we mean business, we real in these streets, basically. And Raekwon was like, hey, that's reckless. You know, we need to see what's going down first. And it made me think about something that happens, you know, in your youth. And some people carry that mentality when they're adults, when you don't know the difference between being, you know, right or being reckless. And the difference is emotions, you know. People's emotions get out of whack. And that's the that's really a problem. Sorry about that, y'all. But that's really a problem. And the problem is this. Just because you have a feeling, that doesn't make your feeling right. And if you act upon your feelings and your feelings aren't right, that's considered reckless. And then it's like, oh, well, you know, I had a hunch, I felt this way, so I did it. And you're supposed to get a pass because you felt a certain way, right? So you can do whatever you feel like doing, and it could be dead wrong, but everybody's supposed to go, you know how it is when you feel a certain way and you go there, you know, you gotta just let that go. People, the older you get, people don't let that go. That's not how it actually works. So would you rather when you rather be right versus being reckless? Because see, sometimes, and I've seen people so angry because they don't like a person or a situation that they overlook the person right next to them, creating a situation right next to them. And then you have to learn the hard way that, you know, you went out and basically attacked an innocent bystander because you didn't like him for whatever reason, you know. And usually those reasons are really insignificant, some insecure type of stuff. But would you rather be right or would you rather be reckless? And then some people go, you know, I'd rather be reckless. And it's like, okay, all right. So, because I've been around people who just love being reckless, but they want to be reckless, but they want the consequences of being reckless with everybody around them. And it's like, no. You want to be reckless, you get the consequences of being reckless. Everybody else don't have to pay the cost because some people think being reckless is a boss move. You know you get to just do whatever you feel like and what you want because can't nobody tell you nothing, right? So you just acting on your own accord when somebody else is left holding the bag for your stuff, and it's like, no, you got to pay that cost. And a lot of people aren't willing to do that, which is a problem. So you'd rather be right versus being reckless. And to be right, you got to be patient. You know, to be right, you actually got to investigate the situation and take your emotions out of the situation, and don't make any rash decisions about every situation, because you got to think about, like, what is this is this the best move? And you know, you can't be perfect. You know, you can't be perfect, but you don't have to be perfect to be right. You get what I'm saying? You just have to be diligent. And a lot of times people aren't diligent because um, crossing the T's and dotting the I's isn't as fun as just jumping off the porch, just flying off the handle or whatever. The other thing about it, it's got to be said, is people who are reckless do not intend. Uh, I shouldn't say it all this way, but sometimes a lot of people who are reckless have sort of a death wish. Like they kind of live free, die young type of thing, and that might not be your wish. You get what I'm saying? So you can't stop them. And some people are hurt for whatever happened to them at whatever time, and they don't know how to cut it off and grow up and go, okay, you were hurt at this age by this person, so now you run around doing all this stupid stuff because you're taking it out on the world. What happened with this person? When you can go get this person. For the most part. So for me, it's like, would you rather be right or would you rather be reckless? I would rather be right. And most people but there are a lot of people who rather be reckless who say they'd rather be right. And what I mean is, shoot first, ask questions later. I was right because I got him. And it's like, but you got the wrong person. Well, it was the right person to somebody. But, tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll try and catch you on the next one. Peace.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna take you.